A glimpse inside the self-imposed confinement and monotony that was Julian Assange's life for 7 years. A security camera shows the rooms inside the Ecuadorian embassy, where the WikiLeaks founder languished under diplomatic protection and therefore immunity from arrest. But Mr. Assange's lawyer has denied claims he upset his hosts by, amongst other things, spreading faeces on the walls.
It's a difficult situation. I've been visiting him in the embassy throughout this 7-year period. He hasn't had access to the outside. He's been inside a room, effectively, as you said, for more than 7 years. People have children who are 6 and 7 years old. For your child's entire life, this man has been inside a room in quite difficult circumstances. Now, the politics of the case with respect to Ecuador changed with the change of government, with Lenin Moreno coming to power. And ever since then, inside the embassy, it's become more and more difficult, to the point where even Human Rights Watch said it was akin to solitary confinement.
Ecuador allowed British police to haul away Julian Assange on Thursday. He maintains he stayed not to avoid rape allegations in Sweden, but because he feared extradition to America for exposing US government secrets.
The Swedish prosecutors came inside the Ecuadorian embassy to ask him questions about the case. He gave his testimony, and after that they chose to close the investigation.
3 days after his arrest, and the Ecuador embassy is now devoid of Assange supporters. But his critics say no charges in Sweden doesn't amount to exoneration.
My understanding is that the only reason the Swedish authorities have not prosecuted the case is simply because they couldn't get him into a Swedish court. It isn't because they were satisfied that there was no evidence against him, or there was no case to answer. On the contrary.
In fact, in Sweden in 2017, the Director of Public Prosecution, in announcing the rape investigation was being discontinued, suggested Mr. Assange's stay at the embassy was hindering their investigation. She said, "The motive is that there is no reason to believe that the decision to surrender him to Sweden can be executed in the foreseeable future." Now, Mr. Assange's short-term fate is in the hands of Britain's Home Secretary if Sweden does press charges as to whether he would be sent there or to America.
He would base his decision on the seriousness of the allegations, which request was made first, whether or not the person is a fugitive or not, and whether they're simply wanted for trial or whether they're convicted of an offence.
After so long in one room, ultimately Julian Assange probably will end up abroad for judgment to be passed on just how his actions will go down in history. Lisa Holland, Sky News.